We finally got the AC turned on. We got a new AC system here in the house, but we haven't turned it on yet. So I was like, Mom, we got to. My computer equipment, like it needs to, like this hard disk drive needs to breathe, and my solid state drive that I download.
Yeah,
So
my room gets so hot during the day, it's crazy.
yeah, yeah.
I've gotten used to it. Nobody else can handle this heat
I know,
in the
for
house.
real, for real. I'm just doing it for, I prefer it, honestly, but like this stuff gets so hot. The Mac Mini doesn't get hot at all, but I know inside it might. But then the like LaCie hard drive and the Samsung hard drive, they get pretty hot.
Would you like to hear the review so far? I'm
Yeah,
50
yeah.
pages in.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so the thesis of this book for the new drop, Day Trading Intention, essentially Gary V talks about how you're not going to be able to read a book about how to become a practitioner. You have to actually do the things that will get you to the results that you want. And so he draws an analogy of like when radio first started, people didn't know how to advertise on there. And then someone had the idea of what if I went on radio and I talked about my product or service? Would that convert to sales? And so that's like the old school form of marketing. And he says the same exact thing applies, in today's day and age, except you have to really know who it is that you're talking about. And when social media like this form, like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and yada yada, when it first started, you were able to grow by the spray and pray method, just like putting out content for content's sake. But he recommends now that we need to really dig in as deep as possible to what he refers as cohorts of individuals that you're marketing towards. So he says you're no longer marketing towards, let's say, runners. You're marketing towards marathon runners who are ages 45 to 60 who want to improve XYZ. And he says that's one cohort. And then he says you want to make as many cohorts as you can of your ideal demographic, and you start putting out something called SOC around that, which is strategic organic content. Now, when you put out that strategic organic content with the idea in mind that you're speaking to that target audience, what happens is you'll start to get feedback and comments from specific people. Now, based on the people who are engaging with your content, it gives you the data to be able to choose whether or not you want to lean into that more or to potentially pull out different areas. Like, let's say you're trying to market five different cohorts. Gary Vee says, if I'm starting to get a lot more comments from a specific cohort, I will not focus on the other cohorts and I'll lean in more to the ones that are engaging with me. And that allows him to rapidly iterate in real time and become really basically be relevant when it comes to his marketing strategy. And in this book, he has a lot of different, you're going to get a really good kick out of this graphic here because he says, without being a practitioner, you're not going to know what features each platform has. And so, right
I love
here,
that.
he has a worksheet that has all the different features that each platform has, and he outlines them like which one has a live feature, which one has a story feature, which one can you do XYZ, but on the other ones you can't. And so he wants you to make a workbook here where he wants you to figure out if which apps have which features. Because without knowing which features and what you can do on specific social medias, you will always be behind people who are outflanking you because they know how to add a tag or add a location or add a sticker or add something like really specific to the platform.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like lingo. People hang out in these places in the real world. And in these places, they have just words and phrases that you wouldn't understand as an outsider, right? What's cool is social media, without anyone really realizing it, has become similar to that. Like this gang has this kind of lingo over here. Now people on each platform, and you see this in meme pages too, like each meme page almost has its own language in the comment section of how people are interacting with it. Like Frank Ocean Gaming 69 on YouTube, which is they use YouTube. I don't know if they have an Instagram. They use the YouTube community posts to make memes that get tons of views. And it's hilarious to me. And the comments are like super funny. And then also there's been this new trend on ads, specific kinds of ads. It's very weird, but everyone in the comments of the ad says, "Nice try, feds." Like you just see "nice try, feds" like from 150 accounts. And I'm like,
Mhm.
first of all, are those like, can I play in this game? Like, can I reply that too? Or is this like some weird, all these accounts are like fake accounts that are replying to it, you know?
Yeah, and someone who doesn't understand that that's the game being played right now is always going to be behind and confused and frustrated because they're going to try to do old-fashioned methods that no longer work. And he's saying like you have to be in the trenches of like actually doing the things in order to stay ahead of the game because in the next 10 to 20 years, those who actually understand the features of what each platform has is going to stay ahead because as AI comes out, like what if Instagram, has a new AI feature that we don't know about and someone uses it compared to not using it? Who's
Yeah.
going to be ahead? Who's going to be able to rapidly iterate on that? And I mean, it's interesting because he goes into so many different nuances that you would really like. He says, if you study the platforms, you have to know the platforms so well because that's going to inform how you create the content. And he says, let's use Instagram versus TikTok, for example. When you make a carousel on TikTok, as you scroll through on the fifth slide, for example, the fifth slide, when you swipe it, it takes you to the TikTok user profiles page. And he's like, keep that in mind. Meanwhile, if you go on Instagram and you scroll a carousel and you go to the very end of the carousel, notice it doesn't take you anywhere. So he says, because I know that, now I can create my content and have the proper call to actions at the end of each that are different, not the same because they don't act the same. He says on TikTok, what I would do is to have a call to action to go check out my page because that's going to be the next swipe. But on Instagram, it would be a call to action to go down into the comments and to have a discussion or to follow because that's natively how we consume on those
Yeah.
platforms
Well, and you know
because of
how
our
he knows
swipes.
that is because he's spent hours and hours, just like any of us who are native to the platforms, we spend hours just scrolling on the bed. He said that, like, that's what he does sometimes. And think of all the times he's in a hotel, just like you don't feel like as comfortable in a hotel as you do in your regular house. So what do? You scroll on your bed until you just mindlessly you know, get comfortable. And for people who travel a lot, aka Gary, that has probably helped him get super familiar with these platforms. But I want to challenge you to take one of those things and just apply it, regardless of if it makes sense for the post. Just apply it in on that specific platform in your own content.
Oh, for sure. That's the plan right now.
But like in the next 7 days,
For
take
sure.
action on that stuff. Once a day, one little action a day. You can
Got
delete
it.
it next week.
Yeah, I hear you. I wanted to share with you. Wait, hold on. I guess I could change it as viewer. Um, do you want me to keep going into like the strategy or you want me to talk about how now this is going to be applied to just run?
Yeah, I want to hear some of that. Like, how are you gonna apply it?
Sure. Um, I've been taking a ton of videos for the last like 5 years and putting into Google Drive, and I title each obviously by whatever event is happening. And just this morning, I created around 15 folders that I pulled from my archives of running content, and I put it into a folder that my editors can have access to that has all the raw files from different things. So when we ran hills, there's a folder with them running hills. There's a specific race we went to last year, a different race another year, a league championship race there, more hill content. I have photos and some videos of all the Hoka gear. So that's like maybe some type of organic content we can get into, as well as one of the runs was like in the rain, as well as like the state meet. But I say all that because I think what makes the most sense for us in terms of like a content strategy is for me to get on a call like this. We look at the video content or we look at Instagram organic of what's performing well, and we create a game plan of what template the editor would use to be able to template that out based on the content that I have filmed. Because I talked to him yesterday and he's totally on board, and I don't want to be stuck doing the edits myself when I could outsource that.
Well, if you had to do that, it's yourself to just show the editors what the target is. That would be ideal. Like Ty Lopez, he would do it himself to then transfer that to someone else.
Got it.
That's very important. Very important. It's an underrated skill as well.
For sure. I'm gonna link you on Discord the link to the Google Drive. It's right now I should be like on viewer access, but I have yet to look through everything and get kind of ideas because it's going to be a jumping back and forth between looking at what's in here compared to what or what templates we're going to be using for Instagram. I'm not saying we got to do all that right now. I'm just kind of letting you know, but that's basically where I'm at right now. I've read 50 pages so far, 47, and it's like I'm really enjoying it.
Raymond's in the house.
Legendary appearance.
What up?
So what's
Hey,
up?
what's up? I didn't say what's up to you either.
I gotta show Raymond something. I'll drop it in the chat.
You can
I can
share your
find
screen
it.
too if you want.
It's just a picture.
But yeah, what's
I'm
up, Raymond?
working.
What's up? What's up? Long time, guys.
Where's that Porsche money at? You make it yet?
It's getting wired over as an escrow.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Whoa, what is this? This is an ad or not an ad?
This is one of the banner photos I just added earlier today into the Just Run School About page. And that's a picture that we took last year, or maybe even 2 years ago, of him getting one of his deliveries where he got like all these Hoka gear.
Yeah.
We're
What's the
starting to
feedback been?
I mean, right now we're still in the content strategy phase. So Bijan and I have been getting really granular on what kind of Instagram Reels, Instagram Reel content we're going to be creating that targets the psychographics, the demographics, like the specific people, like high school runners who want to improve XYZ because this
Well,
reason. So we're
even
like,
go deeper. Even go deeper. Like who is like you? Like what are your characteristics that make you into running and your coach? There's similarities between you and your coach.
true.
What about all the kids that need someone like that to hang out with, to look
I
up to?
like that. I didn't even think
I have
about
a,
that.
I have a question. Are you using any of the students or kids to do any content, or it's all like you and the coach? That's the content for
Yeah,
now.
so over the last 5 years, I've been taking videos and just archiving it in Google Drive. And I have a ton of old content that we're going to be able to use that's still relevant because it's just raw running stuff. And I think that we can create Instagram reels that are contextual to whatever's going on by putting captions on the screen that says, like, I wish I had known this when I first started, or stuff, like the easy
It's the
running
five
content.
second loop, right? It's like if you
Yeah,
could do a 5 second loop every day, I've seen it done by other
right.
creators on like Max Premium group where they're like a 10K start from zero daily like reel. I'll send you the
Right.
guy's thing. It's just
That's exactly what we're looking to do. That's that kind of formatting. And
yeah.
Bijan had recommended, like, let's say every Tuesday, do your call to action where you say, I'm looking for 5 highly motivated runners who want to improve their performance. DM me the word run to get started today. So I'm starting to create a content calendar strategy for that as well. So that
Yeah.
way every day something's happening. And I was just telling Bijan that yesterday I talked to my editor and he's willing to help me with all the editing, so I can kind of do a hands-off approach with that and be more so focused on the content strategy and, more importantly, the messaging.
Yes, you got the copy and the writing, right?
Yeah.
As long as your give to ask ratio is give, and then you can mess up on the ask. And I've just studied so many people who do this on Instagram that do it right. You can give, and then have a bad ask, and it will be better than not having an ask or asking every time. Nav, what's up?
Hello. What have you guys seen to be effective? I'm curious to hear from both of you guys or everybody here about utilizing Instagram highlights to convert sales.
What's a highlight?
Yeah, I think that's a good
Good
idea.
question, right? Instagram highlights, like right below your bio, how you can add a highlight by, let's say you post an Instagram story, you can save that onto your feed. I'm not sure, Raymond, do you natively use Instagram?
Are you talking about like a pinned reel?
No,
it's above
your
above that.
stories. It's your stories that you turn those into a highlight.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I actually think that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. And I have seen people do that to make it work. Like, especially people who do cohort-based event coaching. They'll have like highlights from the coaching session and then put all those, and then you can see all the coaching sessions and you can watch one, and at the end, it'll be a call to action.
Brother, here's another highlight idea. It's like, you know how you do different, like, I forgot you mentioned last time, different tiers, like A tier, B tier, C tier.
Yeah.
What if you got like a A tier highlight, B tier highlight, C, I don't know if it's tiers, but like different categories you said,
Right.
speed or whatever.
100%.
So you can be like, hey, if you're in this speed, click this, and the content will be, towards that. So that could be an idea.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it, it's like on the feed, it has like messaging and it says it's a testimonial at the beginning and it says, we just worked with this X person and this was their time. And here over the last 3 months, here's the results we've gotten. And then they're clicking through the highlight and it's starting to show their, progress from screenshotting the Skool community and putting that on the Instagram.
Wait, Sahil, I have another question. So
Sure.
right now you're at 22K?
23, yeah.
23, okay. Well, how many reels do you have to post and all that kind of stuff to get to 100K? Like reels, stories, like engagement, really cool stuff until you get to 100K.
Yeah, that's a good question. My biggest internal resistance is going to come from not obsessing over what I'm seeing, because there's going to be discrepancy when I post compared to how many followers and how much engagement we get. I don't have a firm answer, but I mean, one of those reels could get 100K views or 80K views. I'm pretty confident in that.
And then here's the answer to that too. Look up the top 10 people who are doing running coaching based through Instagram. They're getting their leads based on Instagram. You'll find the answer in what they post.
Right.
Running coaches, people who are specifically, they probably do marathons, and then they do marathons and then they do coaching on the side.
How do I get the bubble?
Well, you can't on Windows.
Can I add something to that?
Yes.
So 22,000 people, that's a lot of people. I've made this mistake of making them feel like I constantly, I'm looking for new people, that what I have right now is not enough. So 22,000 people, focus on those people, because people can tell, like even me, when I'm putting my hashtags or asking people to come follow me, the people who are already there, they're kind of like, oh, you've forgotten about us. You don't give a shit about us. You're just, it's this energy of, oh, I'm trying to search for new people and new followers and you guys don't matter. So I've been kind of like changing that and just accepting that, okay, I love what I have and I'm going to focus on these people and serving these people. And so that shift has been so helpful because I'm no longer worried about how many views is this going to get? How many followers am I going to gain from this? It's more about how can I help the people who are already there? So just wanted to share that.
Yeah, I really like that. I would just say that it's 23K, but I grew this account to 40,000 in high school and I didn't post for 5 years. And so it's inactive right now. So that's kind of where the resistance is coming from, of like, I don't even know how many of those people are still going to be there, as well as, is it possible to even revive that account if we do everything right on the content and the marketing side. You know what I mean? So I'm willing to take that risk. So just like 3 months of like putting out content and not even questioning if it's going to work or not, because I still think that it's going to work.
Bro, having 23K is better than having zero, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you're not gonna get anywhere in 3 months. You know, at least people see
exactly.
it like, oh, there's 23 people or
Yeah, yeah.
23,000 people. So you're on the right path, man. But I do
Yeah,
agree with
appreciate it.
Nav. Like, when you start to get those people, like you don't need a lot, right?
Right. You
You're
don't.
helping these people already, and you promote that like, hey, result. People will get drawn to it, right, organically.
And I always think, has this happened in the past? Yes. People have neglected a page, it's lost half its followers, and then they started up. You know what else has happened? People lost the account totally, and then they built another one from scratch. So yeah, just think what's worse than this, and has it happened, and has it happened a lot of times, and then realize, oh, you're in a pretty good situation.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Trying to think of what else specifically
But
on
when are you
this
gonna
topic.
start posting? Like, are you gonna start posting this week or next week?
Well, like we talked about before, on our last call, I want to batch content first and have like a week's worth so that I can start dripping it out once a day. I'm gonna get on a call later today with my editor to show him what's going on inside the Google Drive so he knows what's going on. And I need to provide him with the templates of like, here's the template on Instagram that I want to use for this, and here's the potential copy. So that way he kind of has an idea, but I'll take care of the copy afterwards and the description and stuff.
Cool. Yeah,
But I
just
still have to
having
come
one
up with, go ahead.
template, or one template that you use again and again and again is better than mixing up a bunch of different things, because I enjoy accounts that have the same template for a reel, versus accounts that put too many different things all together and then it just looks like a mess. So consistency, even if you just did one template for the whole summer, that would be better than doing a bunch of different things badly.
Yeah, and I think where things get interesting is when it comes to influencer marketing, because we have all those connections at Hoka. It's like, how can we authentically get in front of their audience, and how do we create content that's good enough for that mutual exchange of, I'll post on my story and you reshare it, and stuff that you repost, I'll repost it on mine. So that way there's that exchange back and forth as well.
Well, I've seen people do it really badly at that scale. Like, they have a big brand and they just post a static like graphic, and it doesn't really work. So as long as you do better than that, but especially if it has people in it and it's engaging and people actually enjoy watching it, that's definitely going to work more.
Well, the easiest hack is to sit down with some of the runners and ask them really easy questions like, who are your favorite running accounts and why? And then they tell me, and then on the screen I put that person's Instagram and then tag them. So that way when we post on Instagram, it's like, oh shit, who's this in my feed? And then we just, get seen by them, and they would repost that. So we get in front of their audience, and then it trickles back to us.
Yeah. Hey, Jason, where are you with your school group? How do I help you grow your school group?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
your mic is a little far.
Yeah. Sorry. With my school group, it's just stagnant at the moment. It's growing slowly, but I haven't been putting a lot of work in it. I've been doing other work. But in terms of, I think like what I sort of realized yesterday, and I wrote about it, is that I'm trying to make it like perfect, and I guess we're all trying to do the same thing, trying to make it, put everything in it and give it the bells and whistles, but we don't necessarily need that. Just need to show up and start promoting it and start really just take stuff out to make it look better. I think that's
absolutely
sort of what I want to do.
Jason,
But it's just
do I have
time.
good stuff in my classroom?
Yeah, it's good. It's like
No,
it's
I
simple.
don't have good stuff in my classroom. For
No,
you,
you
all
do,
you need to
because
do
it's simple.
is just
It's
share your knowledge. Get on Zoom. Like what I did, here's exactly what will work for you. Just set in the calendar of your school group, set 5 Zoom calls a week for 30 minutes. Even if it's just for 30 minutes, show up and just teach something about eBay.
yeah.
Because you know what you're doing with eBay. You have a whole warehouse of eBay stuff. And people are
Yeah.
making lots of money doing this by showing the process of eBay.
Yeah, yeah, like I've put a little bit out there and then I sort of get discouraged, I think, because I think, well, I mean, I know what I'm talking about. I know the content and all that sort of stuff, but I guess it's that thinking, oh, well, why would anyone pay? Because like I look at all these other people and it's like, oh, they're doing better than me. There's this other guy called Tech and Sport on YouTube. He he's got a group and he's got heaps of people in it, but he's got like, but it's good, but it's different. Like, so I guess that's the difference, isn't it? That it's got to be different.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
it's
for you and for me, this is exactly what worked. I essentially
Yeah.
just did a solo podcast on Zoom until people started showing up. But I would just do the podcast on Zoom in my school group Monday through Friday. And if nobody shows up, that's okay. But just get on there and share one thing about eBay. Download the recording, post that on TikTok. You'll scale, like you'll get customers faster than not posting any content. So it gets rid of two things. It gets rid of the lack of posting content and it gets rid of having something in your school group. Not having
Yeah.
something in your school group, I should say. It worked for
So do
me.
you think, but what, and you just put the like 30 minutes or whatever on TikTok or just raw
Yeah.
sort of thing?
You could, yeah. And you know what's even better about that? You'll be able to like build off of that. You'll be able to edit that down, but it'll give you something to have on there instead of having
Yeah.
nothing.
Well, I've got stuff there, but it's pretty crap.
Yeah.
So I'm not really happy with it. So, and then I've been getting people joining. Like I've got 20 people in there, but it's like, what do I do now? It's like, do I just try and build it for free, or do I, like it's guess that's that constant thing, or
Well, here's actually this is something I was going to talk about. So build the value stack, like what I was
yeah,
talking
I
about
saw,
earlier.
yeah, I
You're
saw
not
that what you
actually
did
doing
on,
it for free. You're not doing anything for free. You're
yeah,
giving people a lot of value. And then when they see that, it technically equals a bunch. This is just from ChatGPT. I need to come back and edit it, but they're getting all that
Mhm.
for free. They're
Yeah.
getting your knowledge in a weekly or 5 times a week Zoom call for free. You have to show the people, the 20 people that are in your school group, that you have that knowledge and that's what they're getting.
Okay.
It worked
All
for me.
right. Well,
Sahil knows that I was doing Zoom calls with nobody on them. Sahil would join when he could, but since a year ago, when I started my school group, I would just do Zoom calls. I would put it in the calendar and show up, and sometimes it would just be me and him talking.
but you record it anyway, or if there's no
Yeah.
one there, you just do a presentation of whatever topic you want to talk about.
Yep. And it teaches
So
you
you got
how
to
to
do it.
teach. It gives you content. It will fix your
Wait.
problem pretty quick, and then you can get to the next problem of scaling and selling and making money from it.
Yeah, because that Tech and Sport, they have a different, it's like, I think it's like $30, or there's one group for 100 and they do like calls every day, like you're saying. And but I haven't joined it yet. I was going to join it
Don't
just to
join
see
it.
what it's all
Don't
about.
join it. Don't join it. You don't need to. You don't need to join it.
Yeah.
You
And
can
this
build it
technique
without.
works for sure. It works if you practice it. But if you don't
Yeah.
practice it, it won't make sense. Like, how do you get new people to join your Zoom calls? I mean, Bijan knows because he's been doing them every day.
And it's fun. I
Yeah,
like.
I guess it's
I
yeah, I
was,
guess
by the
it's
way, I
also
was 5 miles away from my house. Actually, no, I was 3 miles away, and then I came back this way. So, and it was 4 o'clock, right? And I thought I was gonna miss this call. Like I thought I was gonna be late to get back. So I ran as fast as I could on that last section to get back, and I got here 5 minutes early. So I was like, I get super excited for these Zoom calls now. And we all know Mike. He goes live on TikTok, or you guys don't know Mike, but me, Sahil, and Jason all know Mike. He goes live on TikTok every single day. But right now, we're able to build the muscle by just going live on Zoom by ourselves.
yeah. Well, you could probably record it, and like, because I've got a couple of phones, so I could probably go do it as a TikTok as well at the same time.
I did try that. I did try that at first, but I wouldn't even worry about that. Just do the Zooms every single day.
Hey, Jason, I have a quick question. How many organic
Mm.
members are you getting per day? Are you still getting new people joining, or like is the community like
It's only 20, so like it's pretty small. Like I get, and not many because like I haven't really been doing a lot. Yeah, I haven't been pushing it.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I haven't. Yeah, because I've just
I'd
sort of
be I'd be curious to look
been
at your
doing
about
other stuff.
page and see if we could like optimize it a bit because I'm in the trading niche, but I'm getting like two people just like I'll check you out for free, right? And
Yeah,
I'm in trading, so it's like maybe it's something about your about page. You want to say, hey, this is how I make so much money in eBay, and it doesn't cost that much time, etc. To start getting that number count a little higher, right? Because 20, look, I have 300 people in my group, and there's zero engagement, so
Mm.
it's not the number.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's
Oh
the
shit, you
group, I
got
think.
school.com/eBay, dude?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck, bro. Hey, I'll be your growth operator. We'll make it work out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Please do
I'm
it.
So
scaling two communities, so yeah, it's like so check out yeah, maybe we could definitely optimize this a bit. So who are your
mhm.
20 members? Is it like warm DMs?
No, they're just randoms, but I think they're just spammers. Like, but I haven't kicked them out because it looks better.
Because you just want the number, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Try to use the value stack stuff, right? That's what's working. So if you look at what max premium, are you familiar with max premium or max person?
Yeah, I'm in the
Max.
free club, but do you reckon I should
Yeah.
join the paid one? Or
No, don't even join. No, fuck the pay one. I'm in the pay one. You don't this shit in there. This is way better than the pay one. The pay one's just for networking. But I would take
yeah.
his about page and literally copy it. Like his images, if you go on his about page, he's got his value stack, he's
Mhm.
got his all his creatives, just turn it into like how would you make it for eBay? Take
So
his
the max. You're talking about max free?
no max premium.
Oh,
Or I
so
guess
copy that one.
yeah,
Don't
max premium because max free is kind of shit.
don't
Okay,
join it. Just
Just take the copy,
just copy it.
take the images and say, how can I literally do this, but for your offer, for your niche, for your audience? And the reason I say that, and it's not just for you, it's for everybody, it's for myself. It's what's working, right? If you look at
Yeah.
Max and other creators. So that's like my 2 cents. Like your about me does not even read like that. Like if you go to my profile and look at my cold calling page, it reads a little different, right? Like you have the right sauce. It's just you gotta present it differently.
Better. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. Oh well, like I mean, I want to sort of set it up properly because I mean, I've got the good base to start off with because I've got the good name. So
Because back to what Bijan was saying, you could create the content for the 20 members. But if it's going to stay at 20, that's going to be a uphill battle. If you could
yeah.
figure out, even if it's just warm DMs, bro. And the
Mhm.
reason I brought this up because, and I'll share with you guys what I post in my kind of auto DM that has all the new members kind of DM me back, and then that starts the conversation. So instead of me going out and saying what's up to all the members, like what's yours, Bijan? When someone joins your group, your free group, the auto DM. And you're
I don't.
muted.
Mhm.
Do you have it set up yet? Your auto DM?
You don't have it set
No,
up? I'll set
no.
that up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually worthwhile setting up sooner rather than later.
Here's my auto
Okay.
DM for you guys to steal. All right, this is like sauce. Just put hey first name, comma, what brought you to school? Yeah, take that, BJ, but don't freaking spread it. All right, I don't want it to be like everyone using it.
How do
Because
I
what
delete a
happens?
post?
Because what happens when they'll be like, does he mean school, the platform, or does he mean his school? Right? What? I don't give a fuck what it is. They'll reply, and from there, you have a quick conversation, and then within the first few lines, BJ, you want to say, can you? Would you mind doing me a favor and post the introduction in the group?
I
So
like
here's what it does. All right, you get the auto DM. You go like, hey, BJ, what brings you to school? Your school or my school? Whatever the answer is, they'll interpret it. You have a quick chat, then you go like, hey, would you mind doing me a favor, a quick favor, and please write an introduction in the group and introduce yourself so members know who you are. So that's what I've been doing, right? And people will go like, sure, I'll introduce myself. And then from there, I'll come over the top and be like, yo, thanks for welcoming it. And even today, I kind of like started a new thread to point to that thread. So that's just like kind of literally cutting edge things that I'm doing. So I
Well,
hope that helps.
and then I just have my onboarding post pinned.
Post on the onboard, can you look at, because people will say, hey, welcome to join the community, can you look at this post, or can you book a time, right? It's like the same shit. But if you go, hey, what brought you to school, what brought you to the school, like under like lowercase t, they'll be like Alex Hormozi, or they'll be like, hey, I saw you on anime shreds, that's why, or whatever the fuck, right?
That's
Yeah, oh, cool,
that's
cool, cool.
very, very high. Yeah,
That's mastermind shit, brother.
I like that.
So do you spell the school and as the funny spelling, or school as in school?
So SKOOL with capital S.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'll say, what brings you to the school? Hey, I'm gonna hop off for a bit. Someone's calling me, but I'll hop back on. What brings you to the school, or what brings you to the school?
Cool. All right, Jason, are you implementing that
Yeah.
right now? Good, good.
Yeah. And then just put it as like a question mark, and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, so with the max thing with the pictures and all that, so you reckon it makes a difference? It's like copy all that sort of. So
Yeah,
I did a
copy
video.
it, and here's why it works though. They're taking you on a journey on that about page from where you are and spreading the gap to where you want to be. And you have to do that with your members too, with your people who are coming to your page. You have to say, you're interested in selling in eBay or making money with eBay on the side, but you don't know all these things. So in this community, I'll teach you these things. And here's the thing. I was able to help someone make their first $297 a month sale on Skool, and he paid me $39 a month. So
Yeah.
if someone invests their time with you, it has to ROI. If someone invests their money with you, it has to ROI. And it's not hard to do that. But if you can show someone the way to make that first sale, and the easiest way to do that is with one-on-one coaching like this on Zoom. So take one of those 22 members. If there's only one real person, that's fine. Take that person and give them the result on Zoom, on their time. Whenever they have time, you get on Zoom. Just DM them and say, hey, do you have time to get on Zoom? Let me help you. You have to know where they're currently at, what they want to do, and help them. You might have to help them even post on eBay.
Yeah, well, I mean, eBay is pretty simple when you think about it, but I think
Nope, it's not. To some people, it's not. They have no idea. Even if they've made money on eBay before, some people might not know the details that you know.
Yeah, of course. Like I'm not talking down what I know. It's just like the actual to do it mechanically, it's easy, but it's like to manage something like, and I think it's that mindset of like the business sort of that it's a real business rather than just, like selling shit on the side sort of thing. And I think that can be, and people don't see it as a business opportunity when it really is. And I think, like I've sort of mucked around with the about me page and all that sort of stuff a bit in the picture and made it more like professional looking, and so we'll see.
Yeah.
But we'll do all that and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Cool.
It's just a matter of but I think one of the other challenges that I have, I think, I should just focus on doing eBay and just make money that way. But at the same time, I want to do like a digital business because I think it's a smarter idea, like long term.
It's more scalable. You don't have to deal with any inventory.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
So do you have your
there.
like 9-step blueprint?
Yeah, I've got all that done.
But do you understand the benefit of that?
Yeah.
You can point to one of the steps and people will identify with one of the steps. So you ask someone, where are you on this scale?
So what do you like? Do you mean
like ask anyone who's interested, because you're not trying to sell to everyone. You're trying to sell to people who want what you have. desperately need
Yeah.
it actually. So some of those people might be people who've tried to sell on eBay but failed.
Mhm.
They failed again and again
Yep.
and again. So those people need your help. Have you tried selling on eBay before but failed? How did you feel, Jason, when you had trouble selling on eBay, when you were just getting started? Think about the hard
Well, I
times
thought
and
it-
the struggles.
Yeah, well, I thought, well, like I thought it was got to be simple, but I just couldn't work it out. And the biggest problem I had was working out what to sell. Mm.
Okay.
But now that's probably the
Do you,
easiest thing.
well, that's not easy for, I mean, I've sold things on eBay. I have things listed on eBay right now because I want to know how to do it, right? But I can't, I don't know what to sell. So here's maybe a thing that you could help people with. Make a video showing the top 10 things in your house that you can sell on eBay right now.
Yep.
See, Sahil was like, that's a good idea.
I never thought of that. Just stuff that they can go straight away.
Yep. Yep.
Like, I mean, it's like obvious stuff, like it's any electricals and stuff like that. I mean,
It's not obvious
like
to me.
I sort of talk about, yeah,
It's
and
not obvious
CDs
to
and
me.
DVDs and yeah, because
Actually, I have some navigation DVDs from like 2007 that apparently sell on eBay for like $75 each.
yeah, and
Like
then
they've
you're like,
recently sold.
yeah, and people take them to the op shop.
Yeah. Well, because they're like,
you
you might need them for a car that you can't get it anywhere else to run
Yeah.
the entertainment system. But I've been
Even
meaning
old-
to sell those, I've been meaning to list those, but I haven't.
yeah, even old TV remotes and stuff like that work really well, sell really well
That's
for ridiculous
okay.
prices.
That's good
Like-
content. And by the way, you don't honestly, TikTok is good, but I could get you to have some success on eBay. I mean YouTube with YouTube Shorts, just talking about
Yeah.
eBay.
Well, with my TikToks, they automatically go to YouTube.
I wouldn't
Like,
do anything
I s-
automatic. Don't do anything automatic. Never, actually. Even Hormozi in his book, chapter page number 157, he says, get your team to manually post everything. It makes sure that you are certain what you're posting.
Yeah, well, like I know what I'm posting because like when I put it on TikTok, it goes on the YouTube Shorts and the Facebook Reels.
But you should post it. You should press publish yourself on each of those platforms. That's what we started this call with, me and Sahil. He was talking about how
Yeah.
Gary Vee says to do it yourself, because you get more intimate knowledge about the platform when you do it yourself.
Yeah, well, I started trying with that Instagram with that mini chat thing, but I don't know, like the Instagram thing I just don't get like at all.
Yeah,
Like,
don't
I
worry about that.
understand it.
Don't
Yeah,
worry
but
about
like I understand how to set it up and how to make it all happen, but I just don't get how to get any people to look at your things because
don't worry.
I don't
Just
use
use
it.
YouTube
Yeah.
Shorts. Just use YouTube
Yeah.
Shorts. And I'm gonna make sure you stick with it. Just use YouTube Shorts. You can post something on YouTube Shorts. You could grow really,
Yeah.
really fast. You specifically.
Wait, what about the 5-second reel thing that Sahil was doing that I wanted to do too? Of like just
That's
You know,
good if you're more
me, like,
comfortable.
here. I feel like that's easier because I feel like it's more work to like I gotta record content for cold calling, right? I'm doing my other cold calling thing. It's like I gotta record a shit ton of content versus just showing me like I'm a day trader. I'm at like the beach. There's some text
Yeah,
that kind of repeats, right? But
Yeah.
have a daily. Have a daily.
But for Jason, I would want Jason to get success on YouTube and then transfer it to Instagram because Instagram is just different. It's
different.
where it's more nuanced. But
Here's
YouTube
my-
is more just
Yeah.
fire it off. I've seen people in the past few months go from nobody to having 1 million followers on YouTube Shorts and doing
So
some
for you-
weird things like homesteading. This one guy, he's a homesteader. There's fascinating stuff.
Content like YouTube or IG, isn't it about building trust? Like, okay, I see BJan around. I know who he is now, right? but it's not like
No,
a buying
no.
mechanism.
No, yes, it is, but
There's a trust
after a
mechanism.
few months, after a few months,
Right.
we
After a
can't think
few
of that
months.
now. We have to think about the consistency right now. You can't build the trust
Yeah.
without
You have to
doing
do the thing. Yeah.
Yep. So YouTube Shorts is a fantastic. Actually, I have a classroom on it, a classroom module. Jason, can you please watch these videos and tell me where I can improve on them?
Yeah, for sure.
Right here. So, just tell me if I can improve on this class. I have to give you access to it though. But this it has basically my whole philosophy on YouTube Shorts, and it might help you. You know, just
So
watch
is
that.
you, but is
Yeah.
but YouTube Shorts is the like you do the same sort of thing that you do for TikTok? Is that
No. No. Yes and no. That's the thing. Yes and no. But the reason I'm saying YouTube Shorts is because you'll get the result quicker by focusing on YouTube Shorts. On TikTok, you get stuck at 200 or 200 views. YouTube Shorts, you can post a YouTube short video and get 20,000 views today.
and do they when they join or like follow you or whatever, does it follow your YouTube channel?
It does, it can, but most importantly, what it will do for you is show you that content works.
Yeah. Well, there's a guy that's on TikTok, he's in America, he does like, you know, go into the op shop sort of thing or the thrift shop or whatever, and yeah, he gets a lot of views on that.
Well, actually, there's a guy in Australia, Dank Pods. Look up Dank Pods. I'll show you his videos right now. Do you know cashies?
Yeah, I think so.
Cash converters?
There's a guy-
I know about cash converters because I
Yeah,
watch this
yeah.
guy's channel, right?
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
US, we have Goodwill, but
Yeah. You
okay.
got savers as well, don't you?
Not where I'm at, but so
Yeah.
this is prime content that you could steal.
Yeah, well, I buy stuff like this all the time, like junk.
The sandals at eBay last week, Elodie suggested I just strap on my best pair of work thongs and get on down to my favourite shopping establishment, the Find Pods, the old-fashioned way. Oh, I don't need it. Because what if guessing? Like a child waiting to try on a new pair of welding goggles, I couldn't wait to stumble around blindly. There's a cinch, the concrete staircase. Where else would you find this many boutique patch trays? You could start your own dive bar at home.
Okay, so I'm gonna upload this to YouTube later, so I probably can't show you more than that, but I'll send you this link. The important part of this video is the humor and the voiceover. He films things and then he does a voiceover later, but he's
Yeah,
just
well,
going to the cash converters.
Well, that's what I'm good at. That's sort of just taking the piss.
Yeah,
But I got told to be real serious, like when I'm talking about business. But you don't reckon?
no,
Like, because I can do that. I can take the piss all day, every day.
please, yes, make it funny. I'll watch it. I don't watch your content right now, but if you made it funny like this guy, I would.
Yeah.
But there's also something else that I'm saying in there. Watch this guy's content. You're not for entertainment.
Yeah. Well, there's behind the humor, there's actual education as well. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
both.
And by the way, he
Yeah.
makes 200 grand off of Patreon off of $1 subscriptions
Hmm.
a month.
Yeah, well, so that's what I thought, because I think that people, you know, like even the other guy, the other bloke that I was talking about, he does 50 grand from $29 a month subscription
So-
that I know of, that I can work out.
Yeah, here's what you're currently going through, which I went through when I first started on Skool.
Hmm.
You're uncertain about the value that you put inside the school that you can provide. Don't worry about that right now. To just completely ignore that.
Yeah.
Just fill it with yourself. The way you think, the content that you want to create, put that in there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I think, I just tried to overcomplicate it, and then it sort of made me stop a little bit, because I was like, I don't have a lot of time to film it, and the stuff that I want to film, I'm not good at doing. Like, you know, step one, turn on the computer. I mean, technically I can do it. I know how to do it, but I just don't. It doesn't juice me up. This is how you create an eBay account. This is how you
Well, here's the
take a
thing.
photo.
You just gotta sit in front of the camera and just pretend you're an actor and you're just doing a cold open, right? You gotta
Yeah.
get comfortable in front of the camera doing these boring things. Like it's just a practice.
Yeah, well, I'm comfortable in front of the camera. I mean, because
Yeah.
with my Kick the Piss, I've done like thousands of TikToks and stuff. So
Okay, yeah.
I don't take myself serious.
But what about videos where you're doing kind of like wide format YouTube kind of instructions?
Yeah, I'm comfortable doing it, but technically I don't like it's sort of, I guess it's the next level of
I can show you
expertise to
the most.
edit it and
No edits. Don't edit. Just shoot it on Zoom, record it, have your name right here in the bottom. You know, your name is right there. I'm just saying, don't worry about that. Don't do anything
Yeah.
to it. Upload it to YouTube.
Yeah.
Make it 5 minutes long, upload it to YouTube. Just be like, this is my first video. Here's how I think about YouTube. Post it to YouTube. Or here's how I think about eBay. Post it to YouTube. You'll be surprised with the value that you put in that video.
yeah. Well, I've got Loom, so I can record Loom's pretty good. I like Loom because it records
Yeah,
it
do
quite
do
well.
Loom and then post it, bro.
Honestly, I would
Yeah,
wait. I wouldn't do Loom yet. Master
Why not?
just because I know for myself it was another reason that I shouldn't make videos, because I wanted to make sure my screen looked good. I was worried I had too many tabs open. Just get on Zoom, talk to the camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want
but
to
you
make
can
it
record
super
Loom
basic.
just like, yeah, you
Oh,
can
I mean,
record
I-
Loom from the camera.
Yeah,
You can
without
day
the
record whether
screen
it's
share.
Zoom or Loom, man. You know what I mean? Like if it's Zoom for him, like I think just record it, right? Because
yeah.
I've been recording
yeah,
more
I
with
get what
Loom,
you're saying.
right? Like just
The
get
only
shit
problem
out
with-
there, man.
Yeah, with the Zoom, I find that the quality's not that good when you
That's-
repost
I
it.
want it to not be good. I want the quality not to be good. I just want to see it on
Yeah.
YouTube. Share the link with me.
Just ship it.
Ship
Yeah.
it.
If you could do
Share
like
the
a
link with
daily
me.
thing, do a daily thing for like Alex Hormozi would be like 1,000 days, right? But like
And
you gotta be
so-
like at
I
least 30.
promise you, if you did 5 minutes of Zoom recordings and posted it on YouTube, we'll get to Loom later. Trust me, I love Loom. But if you just did the Zoom recordings, posted it raw on YouTube,
Yeah.
and you did that for
Oh.
100 days,
We'll see how I go.
magic
yeah.
will happen, because you'll understand the platform and you'll understand providing the content more, and you'll get results that you didn't even expect.
And so with those, when you're talking about the YouTube real things, do you have to upload them separately or differently?
Yes, you do. But we'll
To
worry about that
differentiate
next week.
between-
We'll worry about that next week.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's cool.
Because
you
YouTube
just
Shorts, yeah, YouTube Shorts, there's a little difference that you have to do. I'll have to walk you through some of the steps of, like, you know, cropping the video the right way. You can use CapCut to do that, but just, yeah, keep it super
Okay,
simple.
well, yeah, well, I'll have a look and I'll muck around with it.
Yeah. And I mean,
Uh,
make one tonight or today. I don't know what time of day it is for you.
9 o'clock in the morning.
9 a.m. Okay.
Wow.
Make one right after this call and send it to me.
Well,
Here's
I've got some already. I've got quite a few, but they've got no
Okay.
views.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
Don't even
they're-
worry about the
they're-
views. You
Well,
have
they're
to make it
unlisted, that's
without
probably-
thinking about any views. You know, make the videos without thinking about any views. I'll get you the views later.
Oh, well, they're going up unlisted. That's why they've got no views.
Oh, there you go. See, okay, that's good, because that tells me you know the difference of unlisted versus regular.
I don't even think views matter that much, bro, because like you never know what will go viral, right? So this is Twitter. So Twitter's easier, right? You just fucking tap into your keyboard. But it's like the
Yeah.
randomest tweet will go like viral, and that's your views, right? So
Yeah.
I think for YouTube, it's like you can show up every day, and like the one where you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna, you're in flow state, you've been doing it for a while. You're like, I'm just gonna do this for fun, right? 10 things around the house. That might be the one that goes viral, right? Like you never know. I think it's like showing up, like what BJ's saying.
Yeah.
And
And Mr.
getting it out
Beast,
there, and
yeah.
don't make it perfect. Don't make it perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah, well, I'll do that 10 things now.
You
what
honestly,
happens.
you look like you're in the room that Mr. Beast started in. His background started like that. I'm not
Yeah,
kidding.
my room's it's normally, because I'm on that, this is the messy side. I've got normally have the camera this way. Like
That's
from
better.
here.
I
It's-
like this background
yeah.
better. I like this background better.
Yeah. Because it's just a plain wall behind me, but yeah, this is the computer. So I've got the computer and then another camera here.
Yeah.
But it's a better camera. That's all.
Yep. This
So-
is good. I like this. Because the
Yeah,
information is
oh.
what matters.
Yeah, I think we get hung up on making it all look good and then no, awesome. We'll well, and I'll follow that bloke as well. I'll watch. So that the one that you recommended, the dank pods or whatever.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're longer form. They're not shorts, are they?
Yeah, he has a shorts channel, I believe. But here's the funny thing, right? He just started talking about headphones.
Yeah.
Oh, am I disconnected? Okay, he just started talking about headphones during the pandemic. So let me go to his oldest video. So his oldest video is
Cool.
about iPods. He essentially he just likes finding old iPods and listening to the music that's on them. And he gets those from cash converters.
So he's got like 2 million views on that one with the green iPad.
Yep. And that's his backdrop, by the way. That's always his backdrop for these videos. Most of the well,
So he's just filming them from above where he's working.
yep. Yep.
So you really see his face either by the looks of it.
Yeah. He has another channel where he's a drummer and he shows that, but he was talking about how he was struggling when his first video went viral. And he just has this humor that people like.
Man,
He's
that's probably
loud.
why people watch it.
Yeah, I his videos are so funny. I haven't watched him in a little while, but and guess what? Now he has a freaking warehouse that's empty and he just buys stupid cars like that. He's like, this is a complete junker, and him and his friend just work on it to make it work again. And he gets views on that channel too. He has a garage channel.
Yeah, well, and he just makes money from doing the YouTube and stuff.
And well, now he has just money to do all the other fun stuff that he's wanted to do. And just from making these videos about iPods and headphones.
It's incredible, isn't it? So I'm on that. Well, just got to keep chipping away at it, I guess. And yeah, we'll
And trust in
Sure.
your sense of humor. Trust in your sense of knowing the culture.
yeah, well, well, yeah, I don't like doing the serious stuff either. I just like being funny. That's one of the things I sort of with the drinking thing. I had to be serious all the time and be like,
Yeah.
oh, but now I can just sort of take the piss a bit. So,
Yep.
no, what? I'll go and do it, and then we'll see what happens.
Yes. Yes. I'll be your first view.
Or you want me to just send you the link?
Make it public. Make it public.
Yeah. So how
Because-
long do you reckon I should, like, time wise?
5 to 11 minutes.
Okay. All right. So just sort of aim for that. All right. No worries. I'll go and pump it out soon, shortly,
Cool.
and we'll see what happens. No, it's been good. I just saw you on and I thought I'd jump on and say good day, because you must do it at a different time than I'm normally on, because it
Yeah,
says
I'm
on
gonna flip flop them. So I do 2 calls a day. Normally I was
Yep.
doing the paid call at this time of day, but now I'm switching. So it'll be like a W. I'll do 3 calls
Yeah.
in the morning that are free or no, paid. I haven't decided, but it's just gonna,
Hmm.
I'm gonna flip 2 of the calls
alternate.
essentially.
Yeah.
Alternate.
Because
Yeah.
like the ones that are on the calendar, it's 1 o'clock in the morning my time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I haven't come before. But I
And
just
that
saw
that
you
was
here
just
and
for
I was
me. I just had to get into the habit of these calls. And now that I'm in the habit, I love doing them.
So what time's that for you? Like for the 1 o'clock in the morning one? What time do you
Well,
normally?
that
it's
is
on the
11
calendar.
a.m. 11 a.m. for me.
So that's on the calendar, that the 11 o'clock all the time you've been sort of scheduling them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So you do most of your calls and stuff during the day, like normal business day time.
Yeah, during the weekdays. Yep. And
Okay.
yep.
No, that's good. Well, we'll see how we go with this, and be interesting to
I'm excited.
see. Because yeah, like I think I'm on a good idea. It's just a matter of the implementation of making it happen, I guess.
You might even have a great idea.
Yeah. Well, it's better than. Well, I mean, everyone's making money, and like this digital marketing bullshit. Like I've looked at it. It's just I just don't get it, and I don't understand how people are making millions of dollars doing it. But so
Well,
I'm like, I can't do that.
make that first $10 or even $1 through a school group and you'll understand. It's a
Yeah, for
rush.
sure.
It's magic. And I want to make that happen for you. Because I've made it happen for a few people now. So I might have some magic with that.
Yeah, it's just a matter of just working it out. I guess it's like you think, oh, like too complicated, but we'll get there.
Yep. All right,
All right.
cool.
Awesome. All right. So thanks for your time, mate.
Yeah, of course. This
Appreciate
is fun. All right. I'll see you at, well, Sahil, I want to tell you something. I want to show you some really cool thing after. Do you want to, oh, I'm going to show you this. Yeah, I got something cool. We got to get together. All right.
Okay.
I'll see you guys on the next one because this is recorded. So I'm going to put this on YouTube. And maybe I'll title it like how to make your first $1 with school.
Already.
Awesome.
Cool. All
Look
right.
forward
See
to it.
y'all.
Bye.
See you, mate.